Hey everybody, it's Joel, and today we are back with another figure review. We are looking at Skeletor from the Masters of the Universe New Eternia line. Let's go ahead and take a look at the box and then get this figure out and take a look at it. So we do have the full window here, and of course we've got, you can see the accessories, a couple of hands, the Havoc staff. He's got a sword in his hand. He's got his classics head, and then of course he's got the New Eternia bearded skull head there. We have Masters of the Universe New Eternia logo at the bottom with Mattel and Skeletor. At the top, we have Masterverse, 30 points of articulation and a barcode that I have no idea what goes to. On the side, we have Skeletor, Lord of Destruction. And then on the back, we have that really cool box art that I always really enjoy. I really appreciate Mattel putting the extra effort on the art. But then, of course, you have his bio over here, which, you know, if you guys want to pause and read it, you can. You know, we have a little note at the top that says, original design inspired by classic concepts, which is the New Eternia theme. Masters of the Universe New Eternia is at the top, which you guys can't see. It's just right there. And then on this side, of course, we have the New Eternia Skeletor with a glimpse of what he used to look like in his kind of classics concepts there. So, yeah, that's the box. Let's go ahead and get him out. Okay, so we got this bad boy out of the box. I really like it. It's, you know, feels a little light, but overall, a very solid figure. Okay, so I just get a close-up of him here. So you can see he's got red eyes. You can see he does have, it's a yellow-green skeleton. He's got black in there, even with his eyes. There's black behind the eyes. You've got his teeth. You can kind of pull the mask back a little bit and get a closer look at his beard. The helmet is just a matte purple, but with a little bit of metallic purple as well for the outline, and you've got a little bit of a black gemstone there. So with the head, you do get a full 360, and then you do get a little bit of down and up motion, and a little, like just slight left and right. He does have this cape. It is removable. The cape is cloth, just very nice, thin fabric. Little cuts at the bottom. I think it's just to kind of give it a little bit of wear and tear. But it's a lot nicer than the one that came with the... I feel like this cape... What is that one? Revelations? I feel like this cape is a lot nicer than the new Revelations, or I guess the Revelation Masterverse Skeletor. The chest piece on this, and I guess shoulder piece, I have a soft plastic here, and the cape is pinned on, and it just sits over his shoulder, so you can take it on and off. It's easy to remove. You don't have to pull off a head or anything like that to get rid of it. So very nice. All in a kind of a dark purple. There's no accent colors on this whatsoever. So I'm going to set that aside, and we bring back out Skeletor here. Now for his breastplate, it is kind of a really dark purple, much like the helmet. You've got some of that silver paint along the collar here, and you have that same silver paint for the crossbones on his chest.
Oh, with this shit
Not
again.
this again.
And a little bit of a metallic purple, like light purple magenta. And then of course that metallic paint on the collar comes over. It shows up on the back here. He's got a spot for his sword. And you got your clips to remove the breastplate if you want to. In order to do that, you're going to have to remove his head to take the thing fully off. You do have a little bit of an ab crunch at the upper torso here, so you get a little bit front and back movement, and a little bit of side to side. Not much. I can feel the kind of the pull. You do have a waist turn for him. Skin is in just a blue-green, I want to say. I think it's more in line with Skeletor's previous color scheme, so I like that, at least from the Origins line in the Vintage. The belt's in a purple, much like the purple on the collar, but this one isn't metallic, it's just matte paint. And then black for his girdle, if you will. And of course the same skin tone follows through. And then we have that...
Don't look at his wee-wee.
Kind of dark purple for his feet, his legs. And he's got a full 5 toes on this one. We go up to the shoulders here, and they do go out yay far, and even with the breastplate, in the way there. You can spin them a full 360. You got a bicep swivel, a double jointed pinless elbows, and you got a spin on the wrist with each wrist having a bend as horizontally. Both hands will bend horizontally and not vertically. And then of course on the forearms here, you can see that they molded in, just like in the Origins figure, that little spines, I guess, if you want to call it, fins. So that's a nice touch. The legs can do the splits. You can go about yay far. And you can get the legs to come out if you finagle his girdle here. So his legs can go that far. And they can go about that far back. We do have an upper thigh swivel. We have double pinless knees. And then we have the ankle joint, which is, you know, you're down, you're up. Well, more uppish than not, I guess. And we have a spin for left and right. Not a full tilt, but definitely a spin. So he comes with a lot of articulation, a lot of possibilities for posing, and I like that. That's really awesome. As far as accessories go, he does come with a sword. He's got basic metallic paint for the blade. It's got a little bit of sparkle to it, a little shiny. And then of course you have a flat matte kind of gold plastic for the handle, which just fits in his hand, like so. And then for storage, you can set it back here. And it sets nicely back there. He also comes with a Havoc staff. Now the Havoc staff is all one color. The post for it does spin, so you can actually spin the head around on it. Nothing else spins. It's very much modeled after his Origins and or Vintage Havoc staff. So you've got the ram's head there, which has a lot of nice molding. Could have used with a little bit of accent paint, just something to kind of bring out the detail a little bit more. I think it's kind of hard to make everything out with it just being one color like that. But I think that's something I could probably address later if I choose to customize it a little bit. In comparison to the other Havoc staff that comes with the Netflix Skeletor, you can see that they did put a little bit more color in on this one, because you do have the black, you do have two different shades of purple for the ram's head, and the staff's a lot thinner in the neck as opposed to the one that he comes with. And instead of having a full circle at the bottom, you kind of have this diamond shape. So just give you kind of a comparison between the two. His Havoc staff will just fit in his hand like so. He does come with two additional hands, one open palm for his left hand, and one closed fist for his right hand for that heroic or villainous punching action. And for the final accessory, you do have his classics head. Again, it's kind of that yellowish green skull. You got black to highlight the holes in the skull, but you have red eyes for him as well. He's got his normal hood. So that's the classic design for that. And then to swap it, you just take off the head, and then you have your classic Skeletor. And I'm not sure which one I'm going to end up posing him with. I thought when I originally got this, I would be more keen on just keeping the classics head. But this new Eternia head is really cool, so unless I get a second one, which may or may not be the case, I probably will have to decide pretty quickly how I want it to display this particular figure. So, and to change his hands out, they just come off the peg, and you just insert them in, just like so. There you go. And then you have his hands. And then, like any good bad guy, he'll try to shake your hand before a fight, before he sucker punches you over here, you know, because that's how Skeletor do. And we get in the previous Netflix Skeletor for a little bit of a comparison here. You can see that this particular new Eternia Skeletor just feels more full and more beefy, if you will. The skull, especially between the two skulls, even if you bring in the new Eternia head on this, I think it feels more robust as opposed to the head here. I'm not saying anything negative about this right now. I'm just saying between the two, I'm still preferring this one. I think that the new ETERNIA Skeletor is a little bit taller overall, but we can get a little bit of a side comparison here. And I think it kind of confirms that, yeah, he's a little bit taller. Then we've got He-Man next to Skeletor here. And I think they complement each other very well, especially in design. And then we get a side view here. Everything about this new Eternia line, it screams my favorite out of the whole Masterverse line. Love this new Eternia stuff. There you have it. That's my review of Masters of the Universe new Eternia Skeletor. I really love this figure. I'm glad I was able to find it. I think I ended up ordering it from Big Bad Toy Store. I want to thank you guys for joining me on this review. We'll see you on the next one and hope you guys have a great day.